market हमने pick कर लिया. Wasn't as lengthy as he made it seem, but चलो आगे क्या करना है?
Thanks.
Cool, fantastic. We picked the market. What do we do now?
ठीक है, तुम idea और market pick कर दिया, right? Now you have to understand how to get this product in the hands of customers, right? And how do you get them to use it? Which means that you have to understand what the product is like itself, right? I mean, there are different types of product delivery itself. So on the one hand, you have something called self-serve, where you go see, click, buy, and start using a product instantly. Right? There are no humans involved in this. And at the other end, you have an enterprise product, which has to be properly customized to your requirement.
Examples
So if I were to
चाहिए
give you an
मुझे.
example, I knew it. I knew it. Anyway. So on the left hand side, it's almost like a ready-made home or something, moving into it. That's it. On the right hand side, I mean, it's, your architect is coming, understanding your tastes and your priorities, etc., and customizing everything to that. So on the left hand side, you have solutions like Slack, for example. They're completely self-serve. There's no need for anyone to actually deploy Slack. Right? On the right hand side, you have solutions like Waymo or Salesforce, right, that have to fit into your context. No two companies will use a Salesforce or a Waymo in the same way.
चलो, that's a nice plug. Relating yourself to Salesforce. Marketer, no? Brownie points.
Thanks.
समझ गया मैं. मेरे को examples चाहिए थे in the sense कि what can I Google? Like, give me examples of what is a self-serve SaaS and an enterprise SaaS. Name a few companies so that I can know what they look like and identify certain differences. You want to do that on screen? Look at certain self-serve SaaS and enterprise
Yeah, we
SaaS?
could do that actually. Now, this is a classic example of self-serve, right? Where I can immediately sign up or log in and then just continue with this, right? Similarly with something like a Slack, for instance. So if I go to Slack, I say try for free, and I basically log in with Google, and everything is productized. All the onboarding and everything is productized, right? There are no human interventions. Now, if you look at something like the enterprise, and the important point is that the same company can have an enterprise solution as well as a self-serve solution, right? So if, for instance, I mean, I want to talk to sales here. Now, in this case, I mean, I typically go through humans, right? Ideally, the sales team or the marketing team will get in between. So I put a bunch of my information, what my company is like, what I'm looking for, etc., etc., and then I say yes, right? Now, when you're looking at self-serve, you're looking at, smaller organizations or companies, right? You're looking at 5 or 10 people, maybe even, a few hundred people, right? But when you're looking at enterprise, you're looking at usually hundreds, if not tens of thousands of people using an application, right? The complexity of an enterprise is way more than a self-serve solution, okay? Because when you're talking about tens of thousands of people using a particular software, right, it's a lot of change management. Change management basically means that you're doing things a particular way right now. We have to go from that particular way to another particular way, and that will involve a lot of things coming together, right? Which is that learning a new way, then figuring out how to adjust whatever you're doing right now to that context, etc., etc. So on the left-hand side, self-serve, right? Zero humans involved. See, click, buy, and use. On the right-hand side, enterprise, which is solution, contract, customize, deploy, and a lot of humans involved on the right.
Slack has two models. They do self-serve, they do enterprise. Can we look at some company that's pure enterprise?
Let's look at Salesforce. They have try for free, right? But they'll say start your free trial and everything. So if you look at this, right, they're offering a $25 PUPM or per user per month model. Now this is the absolute basics, right? You'll probably be able to upload your contact list, and you'll probably be able to set up some tasks with respect to certain accounts or whatever, right? Salesforce is customer relationship management software, right? And so you have accounts and contacts and opportunities, all of these things that you are working with here, right? So this will be bare bones. It will be absolute basics. For anything more than this, if I have to customize it for a particular workflow that we have right now. So for instance, I mean, in your company, you have a certain way you onboard customers, right? They have to fill out X number of forms, they have to talk to Y number of people, and then come on board as customers. Now, if I have to replicate that on Salesforce, if I have to automate that particular workflow, I will need someone in between to help me out.
I think one example of a pure enterprise would be Adjust.
What do they do?
Adjust is an attribution solution. So यहाँ पे वो कोई directly leads you to a demo.
So again, right, I must clarify here. That is a way to get to the customer. It's not the way to use the product. There may be self-serve solutions that will still want you to come through a demo. I mean, if people don't know much about you and if you want them to have a white glove treatment, right, where you really want to talk to people and so on, I mean, you may still have this, sign up for a demo motion for a self-serve product also. Like for example, Asana, completely self-serve, but for anything business steering, the non-free one, you can go through a demo, right? You can sign up, someone will tell you how Asana is used for marketing typically, right? This is how they create campaigns, this is how they manage communication, this is how certain tasks flow, this is how they run a huddle, this is how they do cadence, etc. Now, all of this, if I just see, click and buy and sign up and start using, I will not get all of those things, right? I will have to probably like look up onboarding videos and so on and figure these things myself. When you say enterprise, typically what it means is large enterprise, right? So which means
users are 100,000.
Users are hundreds, if not thousands of people. Then you have SMB, right? SMB is small medium businesses, which is like tens or few hundreds of people using your software. The way you serve software for this, which is the thousands of tens of thousands of people using it, the way you serve software for this, which is tens or hundreds of people using it, very different. And the way you serve can be self-serve or what we call enterprise. I mean, enterprise is a bit confusing because we're using the same term for two things, but it essentially means the same. Essentially means that human intervention is required.
Got it. So why would a Salesforce give that free trial? Is it for SMBs?
It's $25 PUPM. You use it. I mean, they're not going to, I mean, their destiny is not going to be made by your signing up for 5 users.
Zapier is used by enterprise as well.
No. I'm not sure. We used Zapier extensively, right? And Zapier was amazing.
And I would call you guys enterprise. No.
We sell to enterprise.
Are you not?
But we would still be an startup, right?
Achha.
Basically. Zapier is very small business focused. Like if you look at their entire spiel, right? I mean, it is that they help small businesses do more than what they're capable of at this point of time. Right? For instance, let's take an e-commerce business, right? Every time an order comes in, I have to do some X, Y, and Z things. I have to update my inventory. I have to send out an email, and then I have to, send a thing to an order management system. I have to do all of those things. I can write a Zape that stitches all these different systems together, such that every time an order alert is triggered, these 3 or 4 things happen automatically. So they're extremely small business focused. Look at their website positioning also. Unlock a more efficient way to work.
So something that's like a Zapier, probably with a different mode of selling, you can help me, reverse engineer it better, is Workato.
Correct. So this is an iPaaS solution basically.
Yeah. This is how you sell to enterprise. This is what an enterprise site
so you integrate your stack, automate your work. It's so different from the rest of the stuff.
Make your life simpler,
right? Because you say all of this integrate your stuff language to a small and medium business.
It won't make sense.
It'll freak them out, right? Because a lot of them are business owners. They might not even relate to the word stack. This is typically a big company problem, which is that you have too many products, right? Data is siloed in all of these different products, right? How do you bring all of this data together? This is a platform solution.
Can you have the same product and be sold 2 different ways?
You can.
Does the cost of your product mostly rely on the way you're selling and to who you're selling? You can have the same product be priced for $9 and $90 per user.
It really depends on who you're selling to, right? See, if I'm selling the same product at $90, then I have to do something over and above whatever I'm offering. You can price it at what you want, but you'll have to rationalize that price, right? Why is that $90 difference? If I'm saying that here is a $10 plan and then here is a $90 plan, either you're going to give me more features for the $90 plan, or you're going to customize this product to my exact requirements for the $90 plan. Right? It can't be that I use the same thing. Like we spoke about Salesforce. Salesforce can sell at $25 starting PUPM. You can sell Salesforce for $150 also, or $200 PUPM per user per month. Now the $200 thing will not look like the $25 thing.
I think this solves enterprise versus self-serve debate.
The way you deliver a product.
Yep. Like the software engineering team in a small stage startup has given you the product. How do you really take it to the market?
So I told you earlier that